Hi, I'm MemphisWeather.net meteorologist Eric Procius here in the backyard at MWN headquarters in Bartlett. I want to give you a little behind-the-scenes look at how this weather station provides our current conditions from Bartlett to our mobile apps and website. The weather station that we use for our Bartlett conditions comes from this Davis Vantage Pro 2 wireless weather station, and you'll notice there are several different components to it. And if we go up the pole, you'll be able to see the final component, and that is the wind reading coming off the top. I'm going to just give you a little introduction to some of these components and tell you a little bit about how it works. Down here in the bottom, this white stack of plates that you're seeing here houses our temperature and humidity sensor, and the plates are put together like that so that it allows airflow to go through there so that the temperature and humidity are taken in a shaded location. However, there is sufficient airflow flowing past that that we get accurate readings. Also, down inside those plates there is a fan that is powered by the solar panel that you see right up here, as well as a backup battery, and so that fan is always keeping airflow going through there very lightly, even if there's no wind to power that, to cool it. And then up above that we have the rain bucket up here at the top, and that is a tipping bucket rain gauge that's inside there. Let's take a little closer look at that. I've taken off the bucket so that now you can see what's underneath that, and you see that there is a tipping, what's called a tipping bucket mechanism here, that as the rain flows through the bucket in the top, it drops down through a little hole and then hits this calibrated tipping bucket, and each time that the rain accumulates on one end of that bucket, it tips, and it measures it at 1/100th of an inch each time that that bucket tips. So for very hard rains, that will be tipping back and forth very quickly. For lighter rains, it'll just tip every time 1/100th of an inch is measured. On the front of our station, you'll see that there is a solar panel which provides power, and then it has a capacitor inside which will hold that power for the nighttime. However, if it is a very cloudy day, then there's a backup battery that provides the power to the station and sends the wireless signal indoors. Now, underneath this panel right here, you'll see that we have the transmitter, and that houses the electronics that send the information wirelessly to a console which is indoors. All of these different plugs provide readings from the various sensors, and then up here is the backup battery and a little testing connector and so forth as well. But that is the transmitter right there that sends it all inside wirelessly via that antenna. And you'll see way up top we have mounted at 17 feet the anemometer. And the anemometer is obviously what is reading the direction of the wind and the speed of the wind. And the little arrow or flag at the top points in the direction the wind is blowing from. And then the little cups that are on there spin faster as the wind blows harder. So all of that information is sent down via the cable that goes down the pipe here and then right into this weather station. From the outside, where that information is collected on the sensors, it's sent wirelessly indoors into the MemphisWeather.net office, where we have this readout or console on the desk that receives the information wirelessly, and you will see that the information comes in real time. The numbers change as the values or the conditions change outside. Wind readings are coming in every 2.5 seconds. Other parameters like temperature and so forth come in a little less often, but still a matter of seconds. And so that information comes into that console right there. It is stored, and it is also transmitted to a couple of computers. The one on the left here actually is the one that processes that information, and then it displays it here on the computer screen on the software that is collecting all of that information. It's processing it, it's displaying it, and it is storing it. And so we can see trends in things like temperature and wind and barometric pressure and so forth. The software is also then what takes that information and sends it to the internet so that we've got access to it on the MemphisWeather.net website as Weather Live Bartlett or WX Live Bartlett, as well as the Bartlett conditions that are displayed on our mobile apps. So that is where all of that information comes from. It starts outside, it moves into the console as displayed on the software, and then it's uploaded to the internet. Hope you've enjoyed this little behind the scenes tour of how we get our weather live conditions from Bartlett onto our mobile applications and on our website. Thanks for watching.